$2.99 ECPA Gold Medallion for Bible of the Year. We also worked together to produce the Life Recovery Bible, the most sought-after publication in Christian recovery. I first met Dave in 1981. I had heard that he was the best Christian psychologist in Southern California, and I knew he was highly respected in the worlds of academia, theology, and church leadership. Dave and Jan came to a seminar I was leading, and that was the beginning of a relationship that not only lasted, but grew deeper and richer over the decades. Dave became the friend I could count on to always look out for my best interests. He was the one I designated to share every weakness, compromise, fear, and shame. He was the safest man I have ever known. The best part about my relationship with Dave was that there were no grudges, bitterness, or resentment between us, though admittedly I gave him opportunities to harbor a few of those over the years. In all our writing, Dave brilliantly expressed truth and always had the heart of the reader in mind. He wanted to slide in there with God's transforming truth, and his style enabled him to do that with some of the toughest characters. We developed the Life Recovery Institute to help clinicians, therapists, counselors, and coaches understand the 12 steps so they would have credibility with anyone who was in a 12-step program. We did 48 hours of live recording, and it was worth it because the world will forever have Dave through these and other videos he has made. When New Life Treatment Centers acquired the Minrith Meyer Clinics, I took over the radio show and began broadcasting out of California, changing its name to New Life Live. I asked Dave to join me, and he quickly became a favorite of our listeners. He wasn't just wise and respected. He was the big brother or father figure that some callers never had. Over the past several years, Dave served on the advisory board of the American Association of Christian Counselors, where he established the Life Recovery Institute. He was also on the board of directors for New Life Ministries, where he conducted numerous workshops and intensives along with his radio host duties. Dave and I also created the newly formed International Christian Coaching Institute. As host of New Life Live, each year I speak with hundreds of listeners who are of a certain age. They've raised their kids, they have grandchildren, and they're winding down their career. They wonder if they've done enough, and sadly, many question whether their life has made an impact. But most are wondering about what they can do today. In Living Strong, Finishing Well, Dr. David Stoop shares his wisdom and experience about this subject. Until his stroke, Dave continued to make an impact everywhere he went. He embodied the title of this book in a million different ways. How do I know? He did it for most of his life. Dave never stopped learning and growing in the 40 years I knew him. Even later in life, he knew he had some unfinished business concerning his own father, and he finally did the hard work to resolve those issues. When he did, it seemed to draw his own sons much closer to him. They traveled all over Europe together, laughing and loving life and strengthening their bond. I don't think that could have happened if there was a stubborn bone inside him. I learned many profound lessons from Dave. First was the concept that nobody changes. Dave let me argue with him for a while before explaining what he meant by that and showing me why he was right. We are pretty much who we are going to be by age 6 or 7. Beyond that, we are always who we are, and that won't change. What can change is the motivations of our heart. We can decide to love others well without selfishness. Behaviors and habits can change if a person has enough support to keep the changes in place, from the inside of the heart outward. Dave would say, too many people are waiting for some big change to overcome them, when what they need to be doing is setting in place peers, friends, counselors, and groups that keep them doing what they know they need to do. So, in a backhanded way, he was saying that people change, but not in the ways we think. The second profound lesson I learned was a bizarre statement Dave made to me one day. When people have problems, it is the mother's fault.